Jolly good, ma'am. Thank you very much for asking. And how may I help you?
Okay, so first of all, I want to know a little bit about yourself because I watched your video on Instagram as well as on YouTube, and one
Thank you
of my
very much.
friend told me about you. So I was thinking to talk to you, but today I saw your message in that group, and I asked, and you replied. You said yes. So I was over the moon that time, and I'm feeling very happy. Universe worked for me, so I'm very curious to know
Always, ma'am.
about
Always
yourself
happy to help,
first.
ma'am. Always happy to help people, and I am really grateful to your friends, to your friend, right, who told you about me. I make like informative videos related to public speaking and IELTS, and I upload it consistently on Instagram as well as on YouTube. So this is what I generally do. I'm a master trainer of public speaking and IELTS. This is my core competency. IELTS is International English Language Testing System. It's a kind of test taken by aspirants who would like to work or study or settle in English speaking countries. So that's where I come into the equation. Apart from that, as I said, public speaking. Public speaking is again one of the domains or one of the fortes. It's one of those fortes of mine where I have some degree of command, and I help professionals not just from India but across the globe uh, in such a way that they are able to replicate their thought process. Whatever is there in their head or in their heart, they should be able to take it out, right, with complete confidence, without any hesitation, that too in an impressive way. So these are like few things, ma'am, that I usually do. And anything else, ma'am, that you would like to ask?
Okay, so I have a question like, are you providing online sessions or offline classes only?
No, I don't cater to offline medium. Yes, I have my own online academy. It's called Talk Unlock, where I help again IELTS aspirants plus professionals who would like to boost their public speaking skills. Along with that, I also help children as far as public speaking and creative writing. These two things are concerned. So this is what I usually do, ma'am. I offer classes in such a way, right, that my students can work on their weakness. I won't call it weakness, but an area where they have an improvement, right, where they have an opportunity to improve themselves. All right, so that's where I help them. And it feels really splendid, ma'am. It feels incredible when I see my students achieving their desired band score in IELTS, plus students mastering and acing public speaking skills, plus creative writing as well.
Okay, so I have a question like, how did you learn this language?
I've been speaking English right since I was like 3 years old, right? My mother tongue is Bhojpuri, right? I speak like three, four languages. And I was born and raised in Andaman Islands, right? My dad was posted there. Credit goes to my dad, right? First, I should always give credit to him because he set that platform, he set that foundation by virtue of which I could communicate. He ensured that there was a receptive environment for me, along with my siblings, to communicate in English. I have studied from a government school. I have never studied from any private schools. Again, credit goes to my teachers as well. They also like immensely helped me in boosting my communication skills, plus facilitating that iota of knowledge that has really made me confident, right, in expressing myself in English, also helping the teachers and the trainers who are budding teachers and trainers in speaking this language. And there are like schools and colleges also, they rely on my humble expertise to empower and to help their faculty members. So, ma'am, in a nutshell, it's my parents, my teachers, and a little bit of hard work that I did. That's it, ma'am. At the end of the day, it's just a language, ma'am. English is not a sign of knowledge. It's not a hallmark of knowledge. It's not a certificate of knowledge, right? It's just like Hindi, Punjabi, Bengali, Tamil, Gujarati, the languages that we speak in India. There are so many languages, for like foreign languages like French, German, Italian, Japanese, right? At the end of the day, it's just a language, man. If you
Yeah, but in
practice, you
India,
will
in
acquire
our
a very good
society,
grip of it
yeah,
is
but in
there, man.
India, in our society, people judge us if we know good English, if we can speak good English, then only they feel, yeah, that girl is very intelligent. Otherwise, if I can't speak English, so they are like, I'm not intelligent. I'm not
I
good in any
I
kind of
strongly
thing.
disagree. I don't concur with those people, ma'am, who say that or who state that English is a sign of intelligence. I don't think so, ma'am. Right? The fact of the matter is, again, it's a language. Yes, it's a global language of communication. Professionals, right? Brands, organizations, they depend on English, but at the end of the day, it is not sign of knowledge, ma'am. So to
Yeah.
your viewers, also to your esteemed and respected viewers, I would mention that, right? Never ever have that kind of like apprehension or fear in your mind that I'm unable to speak English. People will judge me that I am not intelligent. It's not like that. At the end of the day, right? It's a language. Work hard. If you work hard, I'm extremely optimistic about the fact that you will be able to not just speak this language confidently, you will be able to master it as well, like the way I have done, right? In plain and simple words, ma'am, this is what I would humbly like to state here.
Yeah. So for beginner, what would you suggest? How they can start English language?
For beginners, that's a very
Learning
good
this,
question.
it's very
I will
difficult
not
for them.
advise them. And first things first, I usually don't handle basic level students, ma'am. My forte, my domain is like I focus on, as I said, public speaking, ma'am. Public speaking is like bit different from the term that we have, spoken English, right? So that's like I don't usually focus on like basic English, but yes, if you take my word, if you ask for my opinion, the very first thing is, ma'am, we need to have that kind of bond between us and the language. We need to establish a bridge between us and the language so that once we start practicing, we'll enjoy it, ma'am. We should not take it as a subject, however, as an activity, as a hobby, right? And you need to generate that keen sense of interest in you. Now, few things that I will not advise them to read a newspaper or to speak in front of a mirror. These things, they are helpful. I'm not saying, right, they won't help. But at the end of the day, ma'am, the very first thing is establish a bond between yourself and the language. Keep speaking, right? Try to make an effort, take an initiative from your end to speak this language all the time, right? It doesn't matter what your peers are saying, what your friends are saying. Try to have that kind of friend circle where your friends, they appreciate you in speaking this language, right? It's not about any kind of show off, but it is, you're doing it for your own improvement, my friends. So that's the second thing. And you need to practice with someone who has the knowledge of this language, right?
Right.
In step number two, you have to speak, but do not have any fear of grammar, pronunciation, choice of words. See, we all make mistakes, right?
Right.
So you need to reach that level where you do not have any sense of hesitation in your mind. You should not feel embarrassed, or you should not feel shy in speaking this language, right? And you should not be bothered about mistakes. Once you have achieved that level, step number three, practice with someone who has got decent knowledge of this language, right? Decent knowledge, so that that person can correct you where you are like going wrong. If you make any mistake, then that person should have the authority and the ability by virtue of which they can guide you, right? That stating that, okay, my friend, this is what was incorrect and this is how you should speak, right? Based on the rules of grammar, based on pronunciation, based on choice of words, vocabulary, phraseology, so on and so forth. Plus, ma'am, yes, when I say creating a receptive environment to speak this language, there, ma'am, watch movies in English, read newspapers. Now it will come into the picture. Read books. but always understand your level. Don't go for something that you cannot digest, right? Something that is beyond your comprehension, that is beyond your capacity, right? And it is a proper amalgamation of all these things, ma'am, right? Again, the output totally depends on the input, right? The hard work that you are going to put in, the focus, the dedication, and the diligence that you have, ma'am, right? These all things are part of like input. And if these things they fall in their respective places, then the output would be it would be nice, ma'am. That's what I would like to mention. This is how I learned this language, by speaking, by practicing. And my parents, my teachers, they used to like give me effective and logical feedback. And then you have to tame the beast of fear, which is there, which is lurking inside us, right? So you need to kill that beast. You need to slay that beast. You need to slay that demon. And once you are able to overcome that fear, just the journey is going to be pretty smooth, ma'am. Effectively smooth. Any other question, ma'am, that you have?
Okay, so I have one more question. Like
Absolutely,
I
ma'am.
have seen so many female tutors, so many female teachers, so they can handle their students emotionally as well. So what about you? Can if anyone failed in exam, any student failed in exam, so how you handle those students? Because that time we need to motivate them, and we need
Mhm.
to give them emotional touch as well. So how you handle this?
Ma'am, if you ask me, with all due respect, I would like to mention that emotion is not a monopoly of any gender, right?
Yeah, but
Like
women are
males and
more
females, they both
emotional
are emotional,
than
ma'am, right? We
okay.
human beings are emotional fools. I would like to state that, ma'am. When I say human beings, it's just like males, females, all the genders, right?
Yeah.
They come under like one umbrella, right? And when you are like a teacher, when you're a mentor, right? You need to rise up, right? You need to rise up. You need to breach the boundaries of these cliches and these stereotypes, right? A teacher doesn't matter, right, what their gender is. If someone is unsuccessful, yes, I also experience these kind of situations where, due to certain reasons, my trainees, my students are unable to reach their desired goal. So there, I mean, emotions don't come into the picture, ma'am. We need to be pretty practical. If we
Yeah.
are surrounded by this wall of emotion, ma'am, then we won't be able to progress. That's what I believe. I believe in that rigorous approach, ma'am, right, where you do not have any scope for emotions, any scope for like any XYZ factors that are going to prevent you from reaching your goal. So we believe in like destroying and demolishing that like any kind of barriers or walls, right, that act as a barrier between you and success, right? Motivation is required, but ma'am, to be candid with you, I cannot motivate anyone. I can facilitate that essence of motivation in that person by virtue of my hard work, by virtue of my dedication, by virtue of my diligence. But as said before, ma'am, I'm reiterating, at the end of the day, the person, the trainee, the student, they have to take the initiative. You cannot serve everything on a platter and then start spoon feeding them, ma'am. It works with children, yes. When I am with kids, ma'am, when I'm handling kids, when I'm imparting knowledge to children, yes, I have a very subtle approach. But with grown-ups, ma'am, it's a cutthroat competitive world. Try to understand, ma'am. Like no one will show any mercy to us, ma'am, as far as career is concerned. So
You
we
always
need to be
spread
very well
energy in your
prepared
classrooms.
for it, right? There is no scope for emotions. There is no scope for weak, ma'am, right? We need to weed out the weak. Only the strong will survive in this world. So you
So
need
you
to have
always
that
spread energy. You
motivation.
always
Yes,
spread
ma'am.
energy in your classrooms.
Absolutely, ma'am. Energy. That is something I can like. That is synonymous with me, ma'am. Right? Doesn't matter whether I have taken 8 sessions, 10 sessions. Right? If my students are like watching this particular conversation, they would surely certify that fact. It doesn't matter whether I'm taking a class, right, probably at 10 in the morning or at 12 midnight India time. And desired level of energy has to be there, ma'am. No compromises with that. And I sincerely hope, ma'am, I was able to answer the questions that you had. to your satisfaction. And I also sincerely expect and hope that the audience, the viewers who are watching this conversation, they will surely find it informative. Plus, they'll try to apply the essence of this conversation. Whatever tips that I shared, they'll try applying it. First, they have to absorb it. Yes, guys, you have to absorb it, and then you have to apply it, right? And always have that kind of notion in your head, in your heart, that you have to succeed, come what may, right? Whether there's devil or the deep sea, right? You have to succeed. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Um,
So what I have one personal question, if you don't mind.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Yeah. So if money wasn't an issue, so
Mhm.
what would be your future goal?
Ma'am, money has never been a priority, ma'am. Right? My priority is helping people. I believe
Hmm.
money is the byproduct of what you do if you're satisfied, ma'am. Right. So this is what I like. By saying this, I don't want to comment that money is insignificant. It's required for our daily comfort, for our daily needs. If you want to survive in this materialistic world, then your
Yeah,
wallet
we need
has to be
money.
loaded, right? But my primary focus is not money, right? My focus is, right, I put a lot of emphasis in helping the people. I'm doing what I love the most, imparting whatever little knowledge I have in my empty head, right? And with this knowledge, if I'm able to transform lives, ma'am, I will surely get money, ma'am. But if I start focusing on, please study from me, I'm the best, right? If you study from me, you will be able to get this, get that. No, ma'am, it doesn't work that way. I need to ensure that a person who has trusted me is able to realize their dreams, their goals, ma'am. And I'm doing what I love the most. And money is a byproduct of it, ma'am. It
So
is
you
there.
are
It is
adding
there.
value, you are adding value someone's life, and yeah, definitely you will earn money as well. First, you need to
Absolutely,
add
ma'am. It's
value
there.
someone's life.
It's absolutely, ma'am. We need to solve problems, ma'am. So
Hmm.
the problems that people are facing, you can be in any business, right? But
Hmm.
your priority should be in helping people,
People.
in
Yeah.
sharing an effective and logical resolution with people who approach you with their concerns. If you do it financially, you're going to be secured, ma'am. This is the mantra that drives me, that propels me, ma'am, to deliver my best. And
Okay. So
I
I'm going
really
to
thank
start
you,
my
ma'am.
career. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to start my career in this field, like spoken English field. So what would you suggest me? Because I'm like going to start. I'm not started. I'm going to start. So what will you suggest me? What I have to
Um,
like what I have to keep in my mind so that I can get success in this field.
First things first, we need to be a subject matter expert of whatever we are doing, right? It can be whether we are an engineer, doctor, a teacher, trainer, any job, right? Any profession. First things first, we need to command that knowledge. And once you have knowledge, you will be confident, right? So knowledge is the very first thing. And then your confidence will come from knowledge, and then practice, right? You can start training students who are of a certain level, a level that you're confident that okay, I can help them. And for that you need to understand and identify what is your level. Suppose if this is your level, then you can help students who have this still here, you can help them, right? So this is something that I'll advise you, right? Work on the basics, fundamentals, because if you're a teacher, then you are a one-stop solution for any kind of concerns that students they have from the subject. So
Mm.
once you have the knowledge, it will foster confidence in you. Plus, you need to practice in imparting the knowledge. See, I can be an excellent cricketer, but
Mm.
am I an excellent coach? These two things, there's a wide array of difference, right, between
Yeah.
these two things. So we need to have that quality, that skill set, that expertise by which we can impart that knowledge, understand what the student wants, right? Where exactly the student is making mistakes, or where exactly the trainee has an opportunity to improve themselves. So
Mm.
it is like there are many factors that come into the picture, ma'am. But the points that I shared, these are pretty fundamental, extremely basic, right, ma'am? Any other questions that you have before you let me
No, I
go?
don't have any question. If you want to ask me anything, so you can ask me because I'm also ready to.
What do you do, ma'am, if I may ask? Can you tell me a little about yourself?
Okay, so yeah, I'm Priyanka. I'm from Gurugram, Haryana. I have done my master's in finance and marketing, and I'm running a
So,
YouTube channel. Name is Speak with Priyanka Katariya. And
I have
yeah,
heard
reading
about
books
it.
and talking to people. These two are my hobbies. Yeah. And yeah, recently I cracked UGC NET exam also. So I am preparing for assistant professor job. Yeah, that's all
That's
about my.
commendable. That's commendable, right? I wish you all the best as far as your career is concerned. So,
Yeah.
like you have like good grip over the fundamentals, right? Try showcasing your knowledge, try imparting the knowledge, and I'm pretty much confident about the fact that one fine day you will be able to realize your dreams. You're doing a commendable job, stellar job,
Yeah.
I must mention.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah. Thank
again, I
you.
thank you very much, ma'am, for
Yeah.
making me a part of this session and to like share my knowledge with your esteemed viewers. And
Yeah.
again, ma'am, please take a very good care of yourself, right? And God bless you. Thank you very much, and take care, everyone. God bless.
Bye bye. Happy Holi once again.
Happy Holi to you and your audience. Have a
Yeah. Thank
vibrant
you.
and colorful one. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye.